Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Dredge. We find ourselves at Greater Marrow at nighttime. The plan, as I recall, is that we were going to head to Little Marrow and try selling these trinkets in the morning. And then on the following day, potentially heading... Where is it on the map? All the way down here to see if we can find the next item in question for our relics. We found the key, but he was wanting a lock. Is that it? Well, the Stellar Basin... No, Gale Cliffs. What's at Gale Cliffs? The music box. Yeah, he complained that we found a key, but it didn't have the lock. But then he told us to go to Gale Cliffs, which is the music box. Maybe there's a lock there as well? I'm unsure exactly what he wanted. But for now, let's rest. Then as usual, we will head out just a little bit early. There might still be a little weirdness. Alright, looks like the crab pot has found something, so we'll grab you real quick. 2 small crabs. Sounds good. We only have a single crab pot now, because we sold the 2... Oh. I didn't even notice you. High stock, good. Not really stacking these well in our ship. Almost have fished out this location. There we go. Let's continue on our way to Little Marrow. And we are still theoretically trying to find... What are you guys? Oh, you're cod. Yes, we are theoretically still trying to dredge. So that's essentially our hold full, which is fine. Oh, it would be nice to also finally catch stingray, because we still don't know what basic stingray are worth. So yes, the trader. Welcome. Found anything special lately? I have. 25 for the ring, 15 for the other ring, and 750 for the old iron chain. Okay, so just random trinkets that aren't story related, it seems. What about the painter? What are you? Or who are you? Ah, the fisherman. I thought you might stop by. Welcome to my humble studio. If you're wanting to experiment with some decorations, yes, I'm the person to talk to. What sort of decorations? I can attach flags and bunting to add some style to your boat. I have a design here already that you might like. If you find any others on your travels, bring them back to me and I can rig them up for you. And of course, I can also add a splash of color to your hull. I'm sorry to say that my selection of pigments is limited at the moment, though. Could I help you find more pigments? He thinks for a short while. The other day, down by the shoreline, I saw a strange crab with the most strikingly vibrant colors. It's purple, which probably means that it's one of the aberrant creatures. My knees aren't suited to clambering over rocks and chasing crustaceans, you see, but if you caught such a creature... He clears the scraps of cloth and paper from his workbench, revealing a large pestle and mortar. With the right binding agent, we can grind them together for a new mixture. He turns back to you, a cunning plan formed in his mind. Fisherman, bring me some of those strange crabs. We'll turn your vessel into a work of art. But, for now, what can I help you with today? We don't have any flags. What do you do here? I can attach flags and bunting to add some style to your boat. I have a design here already that you might like. If you find any others on your travels, bring them back to me, and I can rig them up for you. Yeah. Let's adjust bunting. I can adjust bunting here. I'll use any leftover pigments I have to ensure a cohesive aesthetic. Bunting on. Okay, it added some flags there. As you wish. Alright, I don't necessarily need any change of color or flags. Grieving father. Hello, is everything okay? Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? Well, yes, you see, my only son was lost at sea some years ago. He's still out there somewhere, in one of those wrecks, all alone in the cold, dark water. The man is clearly trying his hardest to remain composed, but tremors of grief rack his body. I was wondering, I noticed you have some dredging equipment installed on your vessel. If you're able to retrieve any of his belongings from the wreck, I think he'd feel more at peace if his mementos were with me. He wore a bronze belt buckle, specially engraved. I'd recognize it anywhere. If there's a chance you could find it, I'd be in your debt. Anything else I can help you with? Do you know of any strange occurrences? I don't get out a lot anymore, so I don't see much of what goes on. But I do remember the old mayor in his final days. What an awful sight it was. Screaming and throwing things into the sea. Throw it back, he would cry over and over. Begging anyone who would listen, howling it to the wind. These days, I almost feel like I understand. Anything else I can help you with? No. What about the dock worker? Anything from you? How are the days treating you? Do you ever process shipments for Blackstone Isle? That old ruin? Doubt it. Let's see. He flicks through a large logbook. It appears to be a record of shipping manifests. Not so. Doesn't even have a shipping address. As far as I know, nobody lives there. What else can I do for you? Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? I know there were a few around the eastern side of the island. Mostly rotted away by now, I expect. Or dashed apart by the waves. Poor souls keep hitting rocks in the fog, I guess. There's a blind spot back there where the lighthouse can't be seen. People get turned around. That's good to know. There's a blind spot. What do you know about any strange occurrences? I heard a tale in the tavern some years ago. It sounded pretty strange to me. Supposedly, some 20-odd years ago, a fisherman from these parts hauled up an old sealed casket from the seafloor. They pried it open and took what was inside for themselves. That very night, the fog rolled in for the first time, and it has cloaked the seas every night since. What was in the accursed casket, nobody knows. All the crew that laid eyes on its contents went mad or worse. The casket and crew have since disappeared without a trace, but the fog remains. Crazy stuff, huh? What else can I do for you? What's it like working on the docks? As changeable as the weather, ha! Most days it's pretty quiet. The pay's not too great, but the work's straightforward. That suits me to a T. It's good to get that fresh sea breeze without actually being on the water. No offense, but you wouldn't get me out on those seas every day. Better go. So we got a new pursuit, looking for the belt buckle near Little Marrow. Sounds good. And we've got a new mark around Little Marrow. What is up here to the north that was marked? Which pursuit is that for? Because that's not a named island. Yeah. This was for the guy on Blackstone, the collector. That's the belt buckle. I don't remember what that's about. Well, we need to sell our fish. But also, I'm curious to see if we can dock at other islands, and Little Marrow would be the ideal place to check. Oh, hello. We have another crab already. It is a efficient crab pot, so it finds stuff more regularly. Oh, are those stingray? No, those are probably flounder. But yeah, having a full hold. No reason for me not to drop them off right away. Yeah, these fish just aren't worth that much. Cod are pretty good. And the crabs are pretty terrible. I guess just head back out. We're going to try and spend the night in Little Marrow is my thought. So let's go to where the stingray was before. Over there. And then maybe we will swing around the island to see if we can find that shipwreck for the belt buckle. Nope. Ah. It's such a small thing to hit. Ah. Don't hit the rocks, please. Oh, it's actually already getting late. Okay. Then we shall not. Let's try fishing here. Well, you're pretty normal. There you go. Brood squid. There we go. Can catch another one. Can I dock here and rest for the night? Yes. I guess I should have checked when I was here before because the rest option probably existed. I don't need to necessarily wait for night for that. So that means I can rest here, and then in the morning we set out, sell all these fish. Yeah, there's a lot of aberrant fishing spots. They seem to mostly go away during the day. Alright, we can go faster. Kind of forgot. So yeah, let's just sell fish. How much are these selling for? 40, 53. Okay. Yeah. So those are selling for quite a bit. And 32 for the brood squid, as opposed to normal squid selling for 13. It's good money. And we were thinking about saving up for a net, weren't we? Let's see if we can buy that now. At the shipwright, probably? Yeah. So this will catch stuff as we travel through coastal waters automatically, in theory. Passively catches fish over time when deployed. Do I have to specifically deploy it then? Okay, we've got bad weather going on. Now, the question will be... Yeah, select the trawl net. And deploy it. Grab out that random fish. Oh, we caught a fish in our trawl net. So where am I headed? If we open up... Cool. If we open up our map, I'm wanting to head... Yeah, southeast. In theory. So more this way. I guess... that island way out there. We can go through all of the fishing spots. See if we catch anything. We did not. I don't know if this counts as coastal. Probably not. This probably counts as oceanic. We're still catching fish, and it wasn't even in one of these specific fishing spots. So this is the island in question, right? We go back to our cabin. No, not at all. Wow, you are so far away. Let's... gotta hold it down. Let's go to haste. Keep an eye this time on the meter. Seeing how the outside of my screen turns red is quite interesting. Oh, hey there, dolphins. Cool. Don't know if there's any way for me to interact with them. Blackmouth salmon. So is this the island I'm looking for then? Okay, we are late at night, so I am hoping that whatever this is, I can dock here for the night. Oh, hey there. You're a new face. A fisherman, I take it. Perfect. Well, we should get along like a house on fire, haha. I'm a traveler and a merchant, all rolled into one. If you have any fish to sell, I'll take them on board and sell them at the next town I come across. Likewise, I haul a small cargo of equipment between places. You're welcome to peruse the stock and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Come and see me when you're ready to trade. Okay. Traveling merchant, we'll talk to you first. Hey again. Come by for a chat. Do you need help with anything? Assistance from an angler, absolutely. I've been trying to collect records of where each species of fish is located. I've figured out most of them in my travels so far, but there are a few I haven't been able to track down. Reckon you could share your info with me? Sure, I can help with that. Great. Fish I have left to track down are oarfish, gulper eel, Goliath tigerfish, and coelacanth? I know a little about each species already, so maybe I can point you in the right direction. What do you want to know? Tell me about oarfish. Given that oarfish have a long and fragile body, I suspect they'll be living reasonably deep but calm waters. Maybe the shelter of Gale cliffs would suit them. What about the other fish? Gulper eels? I know the gulper eels live in the deepest depths imaginable. You'll have to get some specialist gear to catch one of those. What about the others? Goliath tigerfish. These guys are legitimately scary. They hunt in murky, swampy waters, using the shade of trees as cover. What about the other fish? The one I can't pronounce, coelacanths. Actually, I have no idea where coelacanths might be, but they have a primordial feel to them, don't you think? What about the other fish? I've got all the information I need. Is there anything else you want to talk about? What do you know about Gale Cliffs? Well, there's Ingfell, just across the bay, which is a dreary little whaling town. The folks there are always in need of something, which keeps me in business. The residents are always talking about the cliffs. Most seem afraid. Frankly, I'm not sure why they stay. Occasionally I hear deep rumblings from within the rocks. I don't hang around here for long. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Are you always out on the water? Yeah, always. I like to keep moving along. The merchanting is secondary to traveling, really. I'm more of a merchanting traveler. I get to see a lot of places, which is nice. I also get to meet a lot of people, which is only sometimes nice. Do you see strange things out at sea? Strange things, plenty, but I try not to dwell on them. You could go crazy, you know. Ha! But hey, if you're seeing strange things, maybe you're not seeing them the right way. Maybe they're not so strange after all. Or perhaps they are, and they're incredibly dangerous. Better not risk it. Alright, well, I'll be going. So, floating dock. What do you have? Okay, you're the traveling merchant. You might be used to dry docks at other ports, but we can make the same upgrades to your boat here at this floating dock. Check it out. Okay. So we could go through the same upgrades. We don't have any of the materials, though. Say, have you met the photographer? She stopped by my pontoon a little while back. She's loaded up with fancy camera equipment to take pictures of all the wildlife. She sighs wistfully. I wish I had my own camera. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to document everything you do? You'd never forget anything. Anyway, she said she was setting up on a small island to the south of the Marrows. If you're in the area, maybe you could check on her. Good to know. We did hear about her from the mayor. South of the Marrows. Alright, fish market. On this side of the pontoon, I'll buy any fish you want to sell. I also keep a stock of crab pots here for sale. Let's sell everything, which I'm guessing includes the 3 fish I have in my net, including this blackmouth salmon, which is not aberrant. That's a normal fish. Perfect. Yes, it did include what was in my net. Nice. Could get more crab pots, but I think I'll leave that alone. And then what's the shipyard give me? Most of this gear is super heavy, so I don't offload it at every pontoon, but come aboard and see what equipment I've got for sale. Okay, same sort of ideas. Ooh, you do have better lights, though we don't have a slot for a second light, so I couldn't even fit it in if I want, because these things seem to have to go in their official spots. 1800 lumens and 82 feet as opposed to 750 and 65 feet. That's pretty good. And then you also sell miscellaneous of refined metal and research parts. The research parts would be nice, so we can just buy them here. And repair all. Am I... Oh yeah, my net is technically damaged from a day of use. Alright, yeah, repair it for me. Thank you. That'll give me another day of use. That doesn't last long if it's only for a day. Alright. I think we will rest here for the night. And in the morning, it's a little early. We'll rest a little longer. There we go. We've got something over there catching my interest. Another message. Artifact Manifest. Vessel SY Grand Prize. Owner Mr. Michael Schult, Fort Gale Cliffs. Oaken music box purchased from the antiquarian at Little Marrow for a bargain price. Previously salvaged from an undisclosed shipwreck. Has the letter J carved on the underside. Otherwise in reasonable condition. Has not been opened for fear of damaging the mechanism. Pending inspection by locksmith. Wooden mask. Carved wooden tribal mask said to bring good luck, fertility, good health, fortune, rain, and protection from evil spirits. That is a lot of uses for one mask. Traded for a pair of socks and a pocket watch chain. 12-piece tea set. Bone china, 6 cups, 6 saucers, acquired from an Eastern dealer. Do not use. And jar of earth, a jar containing earth from a meteor impact site, allegedly. So if we go back to our map. Okay, that's the catching the rare fish. Perfect. Belt buckle near Little Marrow. Right. So we want to go basically south to what looks like a city. Right at the point there of the island. Here. We suspect the music box is in this general vicinity. I am seeing sparkling right over here. A pile of loose debris. Clearing this would take some strong explosives. But that's probably the shipwreck I need to check out. So we need to find some explosives so that I can get to that shipwreck. Alright. Let's dock here. Do you know anything about explosives? An old man emerges from one of the nearby broken buildings and hobbles towards you. Oh, great. Don't get many visitors around here. What is it you need? This place doesn't seem safe. Why do you live here? I've been stubbornly holding out here for quite some time. Truth be told, I've been considering my position lately. I haven't been happy here for so long. My wife and I had such a beautiful life until the collapse. Now I'm all alone and cut off by land and sea, left only with these trembling rocks on all sides. I could help you move to Ingfell. It's not that simple. My brother would never... You see, I used to live in Ingfell with my brother. He was a whaler back in the day. Things were bad. We fought a lot, mostly about how our parents' inheritance should be divided. We were in the prime foolishness of our youth. When my wife and I decided to move here, I took the family crest. I stole it from him. Now after all this time, I can't return without it. Where is it? That's where the problem lies. After the collapse, that creature, it dragged debris from the house. The houses down into its wretched burrows. The crest went down with it. It's a lost cause, I know, but if you were to find it, it's a large whalebone crest. It would mean the world to me. I'll look for it. And thank you, but please, be careful. Where was this collapse? What am I supposed to be doing? You were going to keep an eye out for my family crest. It was dragged into the tunnels by that creature. It patrols the passageways of the cliffs, but its lair is somewhere towards the center, by the large waterfall. I've marked the area on your map. Perhaps you could look for it there. But if it's too troublesome, don't worry about it. Do you know how I could clear the debris around here? You probably need some explosives to ship those rocks. My brother at Ingfell used to make explosives. For the whaling operations, you see, nasty stuff, but with the whales all gone, I can't imagine he's still in business. What else do you want to know? Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? Some of the used to live here kept their ship moored at the base of the cliff, until it was struck by some falling rocks and sunk to the bottom. They were devastated at the loss. We all were. It was a beautiful boat decorated with all manner of memorabilia from the travels. At low tide, I can still see what's left of the masthead poking through the waves. What's happening to these cliffs? They're being consumed from the core by that hateful serpent. Have you seen it? Nobody believed me, not until it started devouring our foundations, opening up chasms beneath our homes. It was nightmarish, waking in the night to the sound of a creature slithering somewhere underneath. It seems to have turned its attention elsewhere, but not before it took everything from me. Tell me more about the creature that lives in the cliffs. It's been burrowing through the tunnels, through the base of the cliffs. You can see the gigantic holes it leaves just below the surface. As it forces its way out, it often causes rock falls. So if you plan on going in there, keep an ear out. Should it catch sight of you, well, you should be able to outrun it. It's quite slow, provided you can navigate the passageways. Well, that sounds incredibly dangerous. Huh. There is one more city over here. Theoretically, I should probably do some fishing. But also, I'm enjoying talking to people. So this is Ingfell, where the brother theoretically lives. I didn't realize Ingfell was so close. Ingfell resident. The retired whaler is probably the brother who might make explosives. What is it? Do you need help with anything? I've been trying to prepare a special meal for my partner, but I've been having some issues. Around here, we consider aged conger eels to be a particular delicacy. You may say they're rotting, but they're delicious if prepared correctly. Normally, we bury them in the ground and allow them to mature, but our dogs keep digging them up and eating them. I can't raise the subject without spoiling the surprise. Can you bring me an aged conger eel? Sure, I can bring you an aged conger eel. Thank you. You'll be decently compensated, so we need to find one and then just not sell it for a while. Anything else? Where can I catch a conger eel? Yes, they can be tricky to find. I'm told they inhabit the holes and burrows within the cliffs themselves. Where we were told a giant serpent has been eating away at the cliffs. Got it. I imagine they've been fished out around the edges, so you may have to venture into the passageways of the cliffs to find them. Oh, and did I mention that they only come out at night? Yes, I believe they hide during the day. Awesome. Good luck. Anything else? What can you tell me about the cliffs? Many years ago, the cliffs used to be a haven for smugglers and pirates. Legend tells of 2 pirate lords who used Gale cliffs as their hideout. Supposedly, they got into some disagreement and a huge battle was fought around the south side of the cliffs. There certainly are a large number of wrecks in that area. Both sides were completely destroyed, the treasure hoards left abandoned and unclaimed to this day. I dare say they'd be worth a lot if anyone knew where to find them. Well, you're claiming it's on the south side of the islands. Should be easy to find. Anything else? Do you know of any odd characters around these parts? Have you heard the tale of Magran? He was an old whaler from these parts. As the whales got more scarce, the crews spent longer and longer at sea trying to find them. Magran, it seems, wasn't cut out for this. He formed an unnatural attachment to a scroll he found on one of these trips. He says the scroll told him how to become immortal by eating mutated fish. People started calling him Magran the Fisherman. One day the town awoke to find all the boats, nets, and lines had been slashed in the night, and old Magran was nowhere to be found, nor has he been seen since. Okay. Where can I sell my fish here? We catch our fish ourselves here, so we don't have much need for buying any. But there's a merchant that travels around. She's usually anchored across the bay. She buys and sells almost anything, and she does repairs too. Anything else? Nothing. Alright, retired whaler. What is it? I heard you used to make explosives. Aye, I did. Sometimes the carcasses needed breaking up. It wasn't the most efficient or the most pleasant, but it got the job done. I've been thinking about getting back into it. I might be able to rustle up something strong enough to clear those debris piles in the cliffs. But I'm not sure. I don't have the energy these days. I'd have a use for some explosives like that. Alright, I'll think on it some more, but I make no promises. Anything else? Are there any shipwrecks around here? The real shipwreck around here is the settlement at Gale Cliffs. My brother ditched us and moved on over to those cliffs years ago. I suspect he's regretting his decision now, the devil. Anything else? Have you heard of any strange things in the area? Yeah, some time ago, just after the last whale was brought in, there was a sudden exodus from Gale Cliffs. Dozens of ships sailed past, packed up and hurrying away north as fast as they could. They were waving and shouting something at us from their boats, but we couldn't make it out. Never did see or hear of them since. Anything else? What can you tell me about Ingfell? Ingfell used to be a whaling town, emphasis on the used to be. We would go out, bring in the carcass, and then the rest of the town would get to work. But the whales got scarce some 20 years ago, and now look at us, barely scraping by for a new candle. Anything else? Nothing. See you. Alright, so he could make explosives, but doesn't feel like it. Do we risk going in the cliffs in the hopes that we find... What is your deal? Should I feel like I shouldn't go in that. Yep, should not have gone in that. I was curious though if there would be something interesting from it. But nope, it was just damaging my ship with a strange geyser in the middle of the ocean. Hi, could you repair my ship? You should really be more careful. I don't have a limited supply of repair materials, you know? Yeah, sorry, my bad. Also, I have a couple of fish. Might as well sell them while I'm here. Not all fish are traded equally. Smaller species can sometimes be more delicious and more valuable than the larger ones. Well, I've got $32 worth of random fish. Let's head back out. Still thinking checking out the weird cliffs seems like a cool idea. I think we've seen you guys before. Yeah, no, wreckfish. That is new. Ah. Then we can dredge here. Ah. Research parts. Perfect. I gotta work on that dredging mechanic. I'm noticing the scary effect. That's probably not good. I can't handle another one of those giant fish. There we go. Bag of doubloons. Alright. Blackmouth salmon. Cool. I'm noticing rocks falling near me. That's probably not a good sign. Well, it is late at night. Let's go sell our fish. And then in theory, we want to head... No, don't hit that. In theory, we want to head back in there to search for these eels at night. In trawling, pay attention to how deep the water is. Not every type of fish likes deep water. Check your encyclopedia if you're not sure. Sure. There's a bunch of fish. We could do more research, and you apparently don't buy the doubloons. We probably need to take that to the random trader guy. So yeah. I guess we head back in at night. Hi, random eyeballs. I'm sure you're not real and everything's fine. Everything's all fine. Okay, you don't look like eel. Oh, no, no, no. You're not eel. You're debris. You're also not eel. And our light's gone out. Nope, 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 nope. Light, light, light. What? Okay, that's an island out there. Huh. So that actually count as us taking damage. We took 2 damage from that. Yikes. I am not sure how we're supposed to... Well, we caught a couple of fish. I know the look on your face. Too long on the open water, eh? You start to feel a little mad after a while. Nothing a good sleep won't fix. Yeah. Let's sell you the couple of fish we caught in our net. And then I need you to repair my ship. You should be more careful. I don't have limitless supply of repairs materials, you know? Yeah, sorry. 94 bucks. I can do some research. We have one research part. Catches abyssal and hadal. Huh. Would improve the engines. We already got that one. Improved trawl net gives us an additional day. 10 per day, 5x6 capacity. Higher quality mesh allows this net to hold more and last longer than its basic counterpart, while still being a great option for passive income. I think I'm good with that. So if we then go back to the floating... No, that'll be the shipyard, right? Most successful captains know how to push their vessels to the limit. Is yours running at peak efficiency? I mean, it better be. You are the one who fixed it. So yeah, we have this one. About 8 per day. 5x5. This is about 10 per day, 5x6. And it lasts 2 days. So just better all around. So let's sell you. And then buy you. 300. But it is what it is. Oh, okay. So we didn't sleep, which means we are still freaking out even though it's daytime. Cool. Then do we rest during the day and try and go out again at night and hope for better results that don't involve getting attacked by a giant serpent? Do I have any better clues about where I'm going? So pursuits, we've got rotten concrete eel. There ought to be a few living in the center of Gale cliffs. Just be able to hold onto it for a short while. They start to rot pretty quickly in the sun. Family crest at Gale cliffs. Apparently some creature took it into the cliffs. If I can repair the relationship, you should be able to make it back. I'm guessing that's what it's going to take for the guy to make bombs, which is why I'm wanting to stick around here for a bit. Map-wise, oh, we need to get there. Yikes. Okay. So I gotta figure out how to get there. Or potentially I can get there during the day. And then just be there at night. Let's rest for a bit. We can rest. Don't go into the geyser. It's bad for my ship. Yeah, rest for a bit. Yeah, I was waiting for that meter to go down, but it's now solidly nighttime. Is there a better way to get into there? I mean, theoretically, we could go all the way around and then try and weave through, rather than cutting through the cliffs. I don't know. I'm going to try cutting through again and hope we don't get attacked. What are the chances that the sea monster will be waiting for us twice in a row? So we've got the path directly in front of us, which is the obvious main path. Take that forward till the end, turn left, and then a fairly immediate right. I don't think we took the right last time, which was... No... What are you doing? Oh, nope, it's definitely here again. Ow, can you stop? I am not seeing that path. Is that our path to the right? Nope. Oh, we lost our bag of doubloons. I've probably taken 3 hits. I tried to right click for haste, and I don't have haste selected as my right click anymore. So that was just a very, very expensive trip. Hang on. Where am I? I am very much not where I wanted to be. I got turned around. I'm trying to get to the merchant to repair again because I am at all 3 damage points. I don't know what happens if I take another hit at this point, but I'm guessing it's not amazing. Yeah, I think I need to get there during the day and be there when night falls. That feels like it'll be the smarter option. Can I still use haste? Yes. Just don't overheat, please. Do I even have the money to repair? You should really be more careful. I don't have limited... Yeah, I know. 115. We do technically have enough. But I need to start catching fish and not taking so much damage. But we are freaking out again. So let's actually just rest. Oh. Actually, I think that's the time meter, not our freaking out meter. The eye was just the freaking out. Although I don't really want to head out while it's nighttime again. Though, if we stay in the local area and just catch some aberrations, maybe it's fine. But definitely not going back into those cliffs at night again anytime soon. Ah. We missed the trophy fish. Oh, and we lost our bag of doubloons in the crash. Oh, come on. Okay. Spot's depleted. That's fine. Any aberrant fishing spots? There's one way out there. Do I want to go that far? Not especially. I don't know. Okay, hearing noises. It's fine. Let's just sell these fish, where I finally have at least some money that I'm making. Not a ton, but it's something. And I think we will end this episode here. Next time we will rest, and then in the early morning set out for the area in the center of the cliffs. Well, it's daytime, and therefore hopefully we won't run into the giant serpent. And then at night we try and do our fishing and then bail before we get killed by a serpent. That's the plan. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys then. Bye.